The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining today's Field Service webinar presented in partnership with ASTIA entitled Revolutionizing Field Service with Analytics and Business Intelligence. During today's session, our two speakers will be discussing how field service executives can harness the power of analytics without getting lost in the data and transform their organization into a performance-driven service enterprise. I will be introducing the speakers in just a moment. However, we would like the audience to be aware that we would like the session to be as engaging as possible, so please make sure to ask any questions you have using the chat feature of GoToWebinar. We will address those questions during our Q&A session at the end. I would also like to mention as a reminder, the live field service conference will be taking place next week, April 20th through 23rd. If you haven't already signed up to attend the country's leading event for executives in customer care, service, and support, please head over to our website at www.fieldserviceusa.com. Now to introduce our speakers. Today we have Leron Marcus, Senior BI and GIS Specialist at ASTIA, and Deb Geiger, VP of Global Marketing at ASTIA International. So without further ado, I'm going to pass things over to Deb from ASTIA. Good morning, Deb.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Thank you, and thanks everyone for attending today. We've got a 30-minute session, so we're going to make it as impactful and insightful as possible. Real quick, for those that may not be familiar with who we are a global provider of end-to-end service management and mobile workforce solutions. Our solutions are offered on-premise or in the cloud and integrate seamlessly with major CRM and ERP solutions. So today we're here to talk about BI and analytics. And most of you on the phone today understand that you require intelligent and proactive insights in order to stay agile in today's marketplace. And some of the trends that we are seeing in the market today are highlighted on this slide. One is self-service BI, and this is going to continue to gain traction and is really beginning to close that gap between business and technology. By offering self-service BI that's easy to use, organizations are really benefiting by increased collaboration as well as individuals making decisions based on hard facts instead of gut feelings or hunches. The second trend is BI and analytics for everyone. Organizations are really seeing the full benefits of exposing their data and making it easily consumable for all members. In general, the more broadly information is made available to employees, the more value the enterprise can extract, not only from the information, but also from their employees. When it comes to mobility, nobody can argue that mobility is pervasive and on the rise. Greater emphasis is going to be placed on how to make the information easy to access, but also presented in a way that is visually appealing to the mobile user. This also somewhat overlaps with the next trend in regards to data interaction and visualization. The way of looking at and interpreting data has changed dramatically. No longer do end users have to explore data via spreadsheets and reports. Now information can be visually presented in such a way that it can tell a story and make it quick and easy to view and interpret that information. And of course, I can't forget the last important trend is the integration of information from everything. Organizations are now exploring how to fuse together advanced analytics and big data to achieve better results in access to timely information, relevance of data, and improved speed of decision making. This next slide presents some statistics and reiterates some of the key trends that I presented on the prior slide. Organizations really want information solutions that drive performance by enabling staff at all levels to get accurate information when and where they need it, and in a format that's flexible and easy to use so they can make smarter decisions. They're looking to solutions that can provide relevant information regardless of whether the decisions they need to make focus on long-term strategy, medium-term tactics, or daily operations. The end users want to access, analyze, and have information presented within and as a part of their business work style and process. In fact, business intelligence and analytics has been cited as the #1 priority for CIOs for the past 3 years running. Gartner states that businesses that are evidence-based generally outperform their competition in terms of growth by a factor of 2 or more. The pervasiveness of evidence-based decision-making is growing, with an embedded analytics capability rapidly becoming a part of many solutions, applications, and interactions. A decade ago, the BI market was consolidating as companies tried to standardize on fewer BI products that could be deployed throughout the organization. But times are changing. Cloud and mobile innovation and big data exploration favor experimentation with a new generation of tools. This Information Week 2015 survey revealed that only 28% of respondent firms now say they're standardizing, which is down from 35% in 2014. And 21% say their firms use many analytics and BI products, which is up from 16% in 2014. As the importance of data continues to evolve, it's no longer okay for information to be stored in a spreadsheet or on one person's computer, available only to a few. In this chart, the best-in-class ensure that data is used to collaborate across business functions, empower business users to be more self-sufficient, and provide these users with the analytical knowledge to make more timely decisions. The field service technician and the frontline team need to be able to find data easily. Decision makers need real-time information in order to meet the needs of a dynamic service organization. The link between real-time data and decision-making is paramount to achieving excellence. In this chart, top performers, or as Aberdeen calls them, leaders, not only make real-time performance data available to leaders, this insight is also provided across the business. Top-performing organizations use real-time data to evaluate the performance of the entire organization. The information is also being used to define best practices and seed the continuous improvement of service. Obviously, technology alone will not automatically turn around an underperforming organization. Advanced analytics must be interpreted and used to improve service in order to really become a smart investment. The best-in-class, shown here in blue, provide performance data to executives. They use analytics to compensate the field team, link customer feedback to employee performance metrics, and benchmark performance against peer groups. Whether it is access to information, connecting service analytics with field service scheduling, or providing management and the front line with performance data, the best in class are outperforming their peers when it comes to leveraging analytics. Service leaders need the data to make the strategic decisions which transform the direction of the organization. But the field would also like better insights. The technicians often on an island interacting directly with customers, equipment, and assets. Without accurate data, field technicians may find themselves at a loss for the answers to quickly resolve issues efficiently. But top-performing organizations are also leveraging that real-time performance data to incent the right behaviors that help transform the service organization. Personalized performance dashboards provide insight into strengths and weaknesses that can be improved upon or capitalized on for the betterment of the entire organization. Now what I'd like to do is turn it over to Lyra Marcus, who can actually show you some examples of the business intelligence and the trends that I just talked about. So Lyra?
Yeah, thank you, Dave. And hello, everyone, and thanks for attending today. In the following 20 minutes, I'm going to present you 3 of our BI analysis tools which help managers to view and monitor the performance of their workforce. So with your permission, let's start. Now, the first tool is the Embedded BI, which is a set of tools contained within STI lines that enable users to view BI data while working within the application, now without the need for additional software program or installations. Astea Alliance is installed with over 100 standard reports, a number of scorecards and dashboards that can be used for business purposes or only as a samples of report functionality. Now, in this open tab, we can see a BI dashboard that displays the analysis of node services activity for a current period. We can see a combination of analysis reports and key performance indicators, also known as KPI or key success indicators, that help an organization define and measure progress toward the company goals. Now, in this example, we have 4 KPIs in the shape of gauges: customer satisfaction, cost per call, time to resolve, and time to start in hours, including our KPI target, which are the color of the ranges. Also 2 analysis reports. One is the engineer utilization rates, which displays the service agent utilization as the percentage of logged hours used for both labor and travel activities. And the active customer trend, which is a map report that displays the revenue trend combination of customer invoices and comparing the previous year to the current year. Now, each dashboard can be printed or can be displayed on external window that allows user to work side by side with the application, and this window can be refreshed on a predefined time interval, so the manager can almost see real-time data. Now, this mix of reports and gauges can be defined by the user who has the permission to create their reports, and actually it can be done very easily, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. Okay. Now, in this open tab, we can see a grid report, where in this example, it shows number of my action group performance indicators. The grid can contain row or columns dimensions along with the built-in measures or calculated measures. Now, by moving the mouse over the grid, pop up a tooltip window containing all the relative information on a specific cell. Now, an important feature that's available in the grid is a drill through. When drilling through is defined on a report, a hyperlink will appear under each data cell, and the user can click on the data value to perform a drill through, which is actually drilling through the selected value to more detailed data. Now, the drill through definition may also contain a dimension that links back to the application. Now, when the user clicks on the hyperlink, the relevant entity is opened in a new tab with the standard Astea application page. Another feature we have on the report window is the setting information. Here I can change the dates filter. For example, switch between month to week. Click submit. And as you can see, the result will be immediately reflected on the screen. The user can also switch the report between tables and graph view. The user can select different charts towards the setting window. Let's choose spline, for example. Now, the grid or even the chart can be either printed or exported as an Excel sheet or PDF document. Now, another important feature is the scheduling. The scheduling page enables users to schedule BI reports using the built-in Astea Batch Manager. Now, the report is created as an Excel or PDF file and emailed or saved in a predefined location on the application server. Another example of BI chart is the SLA performance over time. Now, the user can show or hide a specific measure. Now, here we present our data in an area chart where this type is appropriate for displaying data that fluctuates over a period of time and can be useful for emphasizing trends. We also have the combination chart of line and column that also can be useful for emphasizing trends. Now, in this example, we also have a predefined open slicers that allows the user to select specific dimension to be sliced, actually to be filtered. I'm going to choose now the label, click Submit, and again, the data is immediately reflected on the screen. Now, same like the grid, the chart can be either exported or printed or to be emailed using the STIA scheduling mechanism. The other example of report is our map report. Now, this open tab, we can see an example of our map reports, which actually incorporate map into our BI data. And this is where GIS and BI actually mix. Now, the value of mixing those two elements is to tell a story that cannot be told either on a grid or on a chart reports. In this example, we can see a spatial analysis of SLA resolved by zip codes, where the gradient color is green for 0 failure and red for 100% failure. Now, we can easily see where are the areas where we suffer the most of SLA penalty. We can also add a GIS layers. Which give us a broad overview about our analysis. We can select on specific entity, and we can drill into specific entity, which opens us a tab with a standard STI application page, similar like the drill through hyperlink. Clicking on a colored area on the map displaying a tooltip with the value and the dimension number name. Now the map can be moved around by dragging, and there is a zoom bar on the left. The map contains also a drill through functionality. So in this zip code, we can see that we have 50% failures. We can drill through and see the related orders. Same like in the grid. The next example is our scorecard. Now the scorecard is a simplified BI report that enables performance analysis using KPIs and KPIs targets. Each KPI can be defined with a graphical indicator, so the performance for each KPI can be highlighted with either an icon or a color. On the right side, there is the KPI legend, which displays the range. Now, in this example, we can see the average site visits of my action group, the important first-time fix rate, and hours traveled per call for all of my resolved service order calls. As I said, each value is being highlighted with either an icon or color. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how it's easy to create a report on the fly. I'm going to select the BI report module. Click on New. Now in the new main tab, there are 4 categories for the BI reports. Mobile is for our mobile users. Vendor is for the customer's vendor users. Customer is for the customer portal product. And manager is for the Service Manager console. I'm going to show you later 2 of these, which is the mobile and the manager console. Report, I'm going to put report name, put it specific folder, save and continue. Now here I am in the setting page. I'm going to add now my elements. First, I'm going to choose my row dimension, which is going to be an action group for this example. Then I'm going to choose a measure, which is going to be the number of calls, my order count. I want it to be sliced, to be filtered by only my resolved calls. And I'm going to choose a date filter to give me only the orders, the resolved orders for the current months. Click apply, go to display, and here we go. I'm going back to the settings. I can add a drill through, give me all the list of orders. Click apply, go again to the display. Now I have the hyperlink, and if I click one of the second cell, I get the drill through. And of course, this grid can be displayed as a graph. Now, we can see here two important things. One is how Astia Embedded BI use the concept of dynamic reporting, meaning that the user can create and modify BI reports using the standard Astia Alliance interface without the need for custom development and without touching any of the application code. And of course, the second is how easily user can create a report without the need for any specific technical background. The next product that I'm going to show you here is the BI Service Manager Console. This is a new product that was developed to assist service managers to view and monitor the performance of their respective service workforce and also to flag possible operational issues. I'm going to put the login details. Now we put a strong emphasis on accessibility and usability so it can be used also on tablet devices. When the manager logged in, he gets 4 categories: contacts, logistics, sales, and service. When the manager clicks on one of the categories, he gets a main dashboard contains a snapshot overview about his group performance with all the relative KPIs. All of this data is related to the current period, and all the information is being sliced by the user node ID, which means that the user can see only the information about its own group. The visualization is interactive and allows the user to switch between chart and grid. And hide specific measures. Now in this service dashboard, manager can see the current status of opens and closed calls, average site visit, and the importance of first-time fixed rate value. We have gauging 4 important KPIs: customer satisfaction, cost per call, time to resolve, and time to start, and 2 analysis reports. Now, beside of the main dashboard, the manager can look on the following reports. On-site activity duration. We display the activity duration performed on-site compared to non-on-site. Open orders by action group, according to duration since opened. We have the DSC efficiency. We display how well our DSC module optimized scheduling for a service agent, including the KPI agent. We have the SLA analysis. The interactive map reports. We have the average daily workload. And more. Go back to home. Let's choose the logistics category. In this main dashboard, the manager can see 4 important KPIs, such as number of DOA, which should always be 0, the back order rate, customer return, and receipt for repairs, 2 graphs, One is inventory over time. We display the inventory quantity levels over a period of time by months for all warehouses and products. And power utilization, we display the overall parts consumed in each month. It also have other reports, slow moving inventory, warehouse inventory, and outstanding receiving for PO. Go back to home and let's click on contracts. In this main dashboard, the manager can see 4 important KPIs about contracts, such as number of service and customer support contracts, number of contracts that is in pending status and hold from billing, and 2 gauges that shows the percentage of items covered by contract and by warranty. Below, there are 2 important reports for the most significant contracts by total value and basic analysis by contract status. It also have other reports such as current contracts, contracts about to expire, and drawdown. Let's go back to home. And let's click on the final category, which is the sales. Now in the sales, the manager can get an overview about number of sales order, cost of sales, quotation win ratio in percentage, and units per transaction. Also to see who are his top 10 sales agents for specific date periods, and daily sales. If you want to get in more detail about his sales agent, he can select the sales agent performance scorecard. We display the performance over the past year, for in this example. And you have also other reports to be viewed. Okay, so each organization can easily create and modify its own report, scorecard, and the main dashboard using the ASTIA embedded BI tools as presented earlier on this session. The third BI tool that I'm going to show you is in our mobile app. There's the BI report tab. Now, all the data is being displayed, is already sliced by the login user, which means the field service agent can see only his data. Now, I'm going to choose one of the KPI reports. In this example, we can see the logged user performance on SLA ETA hits for all orders sliced by unscheduled maintenance. Now, the agent can see his performance against the group KPI targets, and it can be very useful to motivate field service agent to resolve more service orders within the service level agreement time. Okay, so this was our 3-product solution for BI analysis. And to summarize the important things that we saw on this session, one is that the ASTIA BI includes all the data structure and procedures necessary to perform multi-dimensional analysis of ASTIA Alliance data. The second, that is also a custom design solution. The third, the dynamic reporting, where the user can create and modify BI reporting using standard ASTIA Alliance interface without the need for custom development and without touching any of the application code. And the fourth is, of course, how easily user can create a report without the need for any specific technical background. Okay, so I'm here now for any question you may have.
Hi, Laurent. This is Elizabeth back on the line. We actually don't have any questions as of now, so I believe we're going to end the webinar here. But I want to remind the audience that we will be able to take questions through the chat, and we can answer those after the webinar. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to myself or the ASTIA team to follow up with any questions that you do have. And second, I want everyone to be aware that this presentation will be available within the next week in the content section of the Field Service website. And lastly, I want to thank you, Laurent, and I want to thank Deb so much for joining us on this webinar. It was a great session. Thanks, everyone, for joining us, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.